What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Vaughn. Welcome back to Vaughn Talks if you're returning, and welcome if you're new. But as y'all can see, the Sixers is back, the NBA is back, and we have some basketball to talk about. We have some Philadelphia 76ers to talk about. Hey, listen, man, if you're as excited as me to talk about something other than the Eagles every week, hit that like button, man, because I'm excited. I'm still going to talk about the Eagles no matter what. But just to have another topic, the Sixers, hopefully a lot of good coming out of this team this year. I'm excited, man. But you already know, preseason game against the Boston Celtics. Let's talk about what we saw, what we liked. Let's get right into it. All right, so what I want to do is I just want to go over my key takeaways from this game. My biggest things I saw watching this game. So obviously, this is the first game back, new coach, new system, new players. So there's definitely going to be some rust, and we're definitely going to need a lot of time to gel together as a team, and we're going to need some time. That's all I'm saying. So in the beginning of the game, yeah, it was rusty. It was kind of sloppy in the beginning for both parts, Boston and the Sixers. A lot of turnovers, just a lot of misses, and trying to run some plays took a little too long for the plays to develop, which is explainable. Like that is going to happen. This is a preseason game. These are the things that you want to get out in these games. This is the reason of the preseason. So in the beginning, yeah, it was sloppy. But even though how sloppy it looked in the beginning of the game, and there were still moments throughout the game where it wasn't perfect. But even saying that and taking that in, I was actually surprised how the offense actually looked as a whole throughout the game. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like the whole game it was sloppy and ugly. It was like that in the beginning, and you got little parts of it late, like little spots in the game. But for the most part, I was actually surprised how it actually came together. Like this team is really new. This coaching staff is really new. This team as a whole is fairly new, and I didn't expect the way that they were moving off the ball, the screens, just a lot of the off ball movement, and even the ball movement, just and the chemistry between certain players. It actually wasn't. I was actually surprised by how good it actually looked. Not saying it was great, not saying it was perfect. It just was better than what I thought. Now, based on what I said about the offense and how I was kind of surprised how good it looked, I was. I actually wasn't surprised, but I got really excited from what I saw out of this defense. Now, once again, this is a preseason game. The Boston Celtics weren't going, weren't giving it their 100, and I'm pretty sure we weren't. But they were trying to score still. We're not going to act like they weren't. And it was a lot of times where they literally couldn't get nothing off, and the shot clock expired. I don't remember. I'll say probably like 2, 3 times it happened. But even if it didn't expire, like they got off some really late shots in the shot clock, and they were trying to find some earlier. It's not like that was their plan to run the clock down and just keep moving it and running the clock. No, they were trying to find stuff. It's just that we weren't giving up, and they were swinging the ball around, swinging around. Guys were rotating all over, closing out, and this whole game, but specifically in that first quarter, but throughout the whole game, this defense was really solid, and I'm not surprised by it at all. Like this team has super high potential on the defensive end, so that didn't surprise me at all. But it was something I saw that I'm really excited about. All right, so now let's talk about our two stars, Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. So I'm gonna go with Joel first. I'm gonna just basically tell y'all my overall thought on what I saw from these two in this game. Joel, he looks good. I mean, he looks like he's in good shape. He looks happy. He looks like Joel from like how he always says the old days, the 2017 days. He looked happy out there today, and he actually when you look at him, it's not like you're looking like, oh yeah, you can tell he's in shape. Like you don't look at him and say, oh, he got slimmer or he got a little more built or whatever you want to think in shape is. But watching him move, he looked faster and a little lighter on his feet. So For Joel, overall, he looks in good shape. And he looks happy. That's what I'm gonna just say for Joel. Ben, as we all know, he does a lot of things good except for shooting. And yeah, just shooting for real. He does everything else good except for shooting. But tonight, he just wasn't aggressive enough for me. That's my takeaway for Ben. He was really passive. We all know that's his game. That's what he predicates his game on, his ability to pass and finish at the rim. But tonight it was really passive and he wasn't aggressive enough. I'm not gonna exaggerate over it and say, oh my goodness, like what is he doing? But he wasn't aggressive tonight. He will be more aggressive. I know he will, but for tonight, he just wasn't aggressive enough, and he needs to be more aggressive. So for those two, Ben, good game, just needs to attack more, score more, because when he does that, that's how he creates more opportunities for his assists and everything else he loves to do. Joel, he looked like he had fun out there. He played good. I think it was like 17 minutes and 18 points, or 18 minutes and 19 points. Went to the free throw line like 6 times, 6 for 6. Like we all know, this is Joel bringing his A game. We all know no one can stop him, except for maybe Marc Gasol. But no one can stop him in his league. So those are my takeaway for our two young stars. Now let's talk about people that aren't stars, but they will be key pieces to this team as far as success and going forward and making a run. So let's talk about number one, Danny Green. Danny Green, he will contribute for us on both sides very well. He only played like 13 minutes tonight and had 4 steals. He knocked down 1 3. He shot 1 for 2. And 13 minutes obviously is not a lot of time, but like I said, 4 steals. He knocked down a 3. Teams respect him when he's on the 3 point line. No one is sagging off of him. We know he missed a shot last year in the bubble, but people overblown Danny Green. He's still a floor spacer and a good shooter. So for this team, we all know we need shooting. Danny Green brings that. Defensive wise, he's good at it. So he fits right along with the needs for this team. So number one, Danny Green, just I like what I saw, what he brings to the team. All right, that's number one, Danny Green. Let's talk about Seth Curry. He played like 24 minutes, 7 points, I believe, and he made 1 3. I think he shot 4 of them. Yeah, he shot like 1 for 4. In front of Phil, he shot like 3 for 8. So I guess not the prettiest shooting night, but early in the game, I think he started off like 2 for 3, and I think those 2 buckets were like mid ranges off of like screens, and it was one play in particular that I can tell, like, as he eases into the season, everybody gets their legs under them and the rush wears off. Seth Curry's gonna be really good in pick and rolls with Joel Embiid, and they talked about it in the offseason a lot. That connection is gonna be really good as far as handoffs and even on ball pick and rolls, pulling up into the mid range. Seth Curry's gonna be really good. So just a little glimpse. I saw that tonight. I'm not worried about the 1 for 4 from the 3 point line. I'm not worried at all. Seth will be fine. Tobias. Early on, Tobias looked a little rusty, just like everybody did. But it's sometimes with Tobias, of course, Tobias somehow always gives you like 20 points, and you don't realize it because it's the way that he does it. It's just in the flow of the game. And sometimes, yeah, Tobias' game is really predicated on rhythm. So sometimes there's things that he messes up on, and it messes with the rhythm, and then he looks really bad. So there were times in this game where I was just like, Tobias, like what are you doing? But then there are other times when he's like locked in the flow of the game, and he just thinks and reacts quick. That's what Doc talked about a lot. When he just gets the ball and goes, he's really efficient. Like there were times he just caught the ball in a wing, dribbled, mid-range pull up, and just super quick, and it went down every time. So Tobias, we all know he needs to just get back to how he was playing on the Clippers, where it was just get the ball, move, attack, no dribbling around ISO, and just get the ball and move. That's what Tobias is really good at. And I saw that tonight, And then when he wasn't doing that, that's where it looked a little like, all right, give the ball up, bro. But Tobias is once he gets back into the rhythm of Doc's system again, he Tobias is going to have an improved season. Now, I want to talk about Shake Milton and Tyrese Maxey. Let's go with Shake first. You can tell. I know I'm gonna keep saying this because it is a preseason game, but Shake Milton is way more confident. You can just see it, and also too with the weight thing, he actually did look a little more stronger out there. Like back when Shake first came on the floor for us, and everybody was looking at him, yeah, he was like really slim and lanky. He's still really lanky because his arms are very long, but they look a little more, they had a little more mass to him. So, I mean, I'm happy about that. But as far as just, he looked confident out there. Shake is just a scorer. Shake is going to be, if he continues to be the sixth man all year, he might be in contention for sixth man a year. I don't ever think that's exaggeration. Seriously. 19 points, 23 minutes, 3 for 6 from the three, 8 for 14. Like, Shake is going to, like, he's really good, yo. And it's crazy because with Philadelphia, we always got these players that just come out of the blue and just are good. And Shake is definitely looking like one of them. We've seen that last year, and I think his game is going to take leaps this year with just the confidence. Man, Shake, I like Shake, man. I like him, man. You already know. But let's move on to Tyrese Maxey, the rookie. I mean, they were giving him a floater in the mid-range area, and he took it every time and looked like he made it every time. 8 points, 1 rebound, 3 assists in 12 minutes. Like, that's solid. 12 minutes, 8 points. At a time, it was like, literally, it was like 6 minutes, and he had like 6 points. It was something like that. But he came out there, pick and roll action. The middle of the paint area was open around the free throw line, a little closer into it. So he just went up and took floaters every time, and they were going in. He had a nice little Euro step layup. His first bucket actually was a Euro step layup, kind of like a reverse over the head. Made it. So we got some, like, our bench this year can be really decent, yo. Really decent. With Shake Milton coming off and Tyrese. Like, I like that combo. That sounds super deadly. Shake Milton, Tyrese Maxey coming off. Like, off the bench, Shake your sixth man. Wherever Tyrese falls to, the eighth man, because maybe Dwight Howard's your seventh man. You don't know. However the rotation is, those two as key bench pieces, I like it. I like it. And I can't forget about Dwight Howard, like I just mentioned. Dwight he brings the physicalness in the paint, offensive rebounding, and something that we have not seen with this team for, I don't know the last time we actually, I don't know, seen anybody do this, which is catch lobs, except for like Ben Simmons. But there's not a lot of times where Ben Simmons can really catch lobs because we never had like good ball handlers to throw Ben lobs because he was honestly the best ball handler. But now we have Shake Milton, Tyrese, he's a good ball handler, even Steph Curry. But Dwight Howard, that's what he brings. He catches lobs. He's a big body in the paint, and we all know he's a vet. Dwight Howard, just solid. Like, nothing to complain about what he brought to the table tonight. Like, for real, that's everything I think I covered. Like, everything I think I covered, I think that's it. That's all I wanted to talk about. Like, pretty solid game. I like what I saw out of almost everybody. What I liked the most out of everybody I saw, the two people I liked the most was Shake Milton and Tyrese. And Joel. But Joel, that's given. We know what Joel gives you as long as he's out there and, is not BSing. But Shake and Tyrese I had so much fun watching them too. Like, Shake was going off in that third quarter. But I think, all right, let me talk about Matisse too real quick. Really didn't do nothing. When he first got in the game, he looked really off. Like, he was trying to, do things on the offensive side, and we all know that that's where his game can take a leap if he learns how to do a little more things offensively. Like, we don't want him, obviously, literally grabbing the ball and, like, trying to go score buckets. But we do want him to develop putting the ball on the floor a little more and also that shot. But when he first got in the game, he was doing things where I was like, what the hell? And then defensively, I don't know, like couldn't really take nothing from that game. I don't think he had any steals or blocks. So yeah, Matisse just I didn't see really nothing for real, but I'm not worried. Like I said, it's a preseason game. We're not really worried about it, but yeah. I think that's all I really wanted to get into in this video. I don't want to make it too long because it is, like I said, I've been saying it the whole video, but it's a preseason game. I'm not going to overreact. No, I'm not going to over exaggerate. But we got the dub. Like I said, Sixers basketball is back, and I'm happy. I just can't wait for the actual season to start, for games to start to matter. So then I can really come here and talk like 20 minutes, 25, 30 minutes, and just see actual like these players play longer minutes, more meaningful. Like I just can't wait, bro. I just can't wait. This team is going to bring us a lot to talk about this year because, frankly, there's a lot of new pieces. There's a lot of stuff that's going to be going on with this team, and I'm ready. Hopefully, y'all are. And this video is over. If y'all enjoyed it, drop a like. If you didn't, drop a dislike. I really don't care. It's your life. It's your body. You do what you do. But I'm out. I'm going to stop rambling. Enjoy your night. Go Sixers. Go Birds. I'm out. Peace.